My name is Timothy Dladla, and this is my design process assignment. So I've decided to make my problem scenario. I decided to speak about Mr. Chris Kraus. I'm very impressed with this guy. He's in Cape Town. He's already doing the recycling, the real recycling organization. He said he's actually a diver, and him and other divers, they noticed that whenever they're diving, they come across with lot of plastics and water bottle caps, which is thrown in the sea, and the bottles. And he saw the need of recycling them because he saw that because he wanted to save the ocean and to reduce water pollution and to save the sea creatures, because he said if it's them who are experiencing such, of which they can get it out of their way, what about the sea creatures? That by the time it's after 10 years, we will have half of the sea creatures. So he decided to start this organization, and he calls it See the Bigger Picture. It's actually the environmentalist who started the initiative to recycle so that he can stop pollution. So he is doing this just to help the conservation of the sea, which will reduce the water pollution and extend the lives of sea creatures. So this is the picture of him and the people and the founders. So this is the bigger picture founders, and this is all when you look at there, you will see the picture of the problem that they're experiencing every day. And here I've got a case study task. What is a case? The case study is where one identified the problem, like him. He identified the problem, and then he saw the need, and he came up with the topic which says see the bigger picture, and he collected all the information about the problem. And then he now, what I like about him is he has involved young children so that they can also see the importance of the ocean, and they see that the death can harm the sea creatures. And in this case, in this case, the children will collect all the death from the sea and recycle by making earrings. What they do, they just making earrings and sell them by the sea, and then they explain to the tourists that they're doing the recycle. So he has also developed possible solution that use knowledge and skill needed to overarching design knowledge. And I also had to mention the difference between a capability task and an enable task. The capability task is a task that entails designing and making a product that functions, and the capability task are managed over a long period of time using the design process, which concentrates on investigating, designing, making, and evaluating and communicating. So the capability task is the one that we're dealing with in this particular assignment. And then the enabling task is this a teaching approach, such as we teach them how to cut, how to sew, how to join, and then which learners acquire new knowledge and skills in the course of designing, planning, producing a product that will solve problems. And my question 4 was supposed to be the resource task, which is the tech capability task. Here we involve knowledge, skills, and it is needed to we had to make something out of the existing plastic products such as bottle caps, and I used the loads of the textbooks, which is caps aligned, which is called solutions for all for grade 9. And this task can be done by grade 9s as well, because if they recycle the water, the bottle, I mean the plastic bottle caps, just to make earrings. Even the grade 9 learner, grade 8 learner can also do it. The skills, it must be processed in the new way, so we turn it to a new way by either we join them or we mold or bend or we cut. So in this case, we just open the small hole and then we joined using the nails and the hooks. Everything should start with the instrument, but we must everything. I prefer that everything starts on an isometric paper so that the children can see what they've designed. They can see what they want to make. Children will be tasked to use the water, the bottle caps to make earrings and sell them to the tourists by the sea. Or if it is a school project, it can be sold maybe when it's a cake sale or Valentine's dance, anything like that. just to make them see the importance of recycling and see that they can create jobs. Okay, then you go to design process. The design process is the process that is expected to solve the problem and creating a product to meet the sets of need, to meet the sets of needs. Design process is a set of steps that people use in planning on how to make a product and include investigation, which is very important, designing, making, evaluating, and communication skills. So I'll start with investigating skill. This is where one goes about finding ways to solve the given problem and should be used by teachers. So I'll encourage my students to use the investigating so that they see that understand certain steps of the content era. It is also vital to investigate how plastic is processed in the industry so that one understands the safetiness in case the end product is so that the end product is not harmful to the end user. The learner's cultural background should be a starting point. So we must also be aware of what their culture is so that you can even get information from their society. You can even get information for the parent. It can help you so that they can also love it because it's what it's in them. And then of course it continues because now in case of Chris problem scenario, the bigger picture project, the investigation was done to reduce plastic soups and help the sea creatures regain their safe homes and environment. As for children, they are able to create jobs and stay away from the streets. Then you come to designing skills. There are a few questions that one must ask. What do I need to? How do I? What do I have to make? How is it going to be helpful? Sorry. What we made out of all those questions should be asked under the designing skill so that you see the real need. And then once we've answered all the questions, there are some design brief which needs to be specific. You need to be specific about the specification that's needed in the constraint because there's nothing without a disadvantage or without some challenges. So and this is the product that we design, and this is was the end product, and we have got some making skills. So when you are doing this product, learners must be in a well ventilated area. They must be away from each other because they will be using sharp tools so that they don't hurt each other. And in evaluating skills, this is done through exercise to correct any popping up mistakes and make learners revisit their decision. In case it's not working, they mustn't see at the end that it didn't work. They must see as they continue with the process that it's working or not working so that they can redesign and revisit their ideas. And then the last one will be communication skills. This is loved by the teachers, especially when it comes to presenting that they see so that they see the importance of their idea that they came up with. If the teacher is impressed with the idea, then it can be shared to the whole school. So in the case of Chris, of which I would really like one day to be like him, just to come up with something here in the small town of Ladysmith, to come up with something that will really encourage youth to be doing some recycling. But I'm working on that. So his work is now known worldwide because of the idea that he had. So it means he did a lot of evaluation, he did a lot of designing and making all those, and then at the end now it's working, and he can even communicate it with the world or with the country. Thank you.